have such a gross voice right now.
I wish I had like a raspier voice. Whenever I'm sick, I think I sound sexier. And then I heal up and I'm like, God, I have this voice.
Something about it sounds cute. Like, I'm like, oh, I seem like
I seem sickly. Person. Come save me. Oh my God. Hello. I am Brittany Ledesma. This is the Just Okay podcast. Today I have Gina Hyena.
Hey.
Do you want to give a spiel on yourself?
Okay, yeah, I'm a whole hot mess. So I am I'm in town in Austin. I'm a stand-up comic. Not full-time yet, not getting paid enough. I live in New York. I lived here for 2 years, went back to New York because I got fired before COVID. And now I come back every 6 weeks like a fucking cold sore.
She's the cold sore of Austin. We love it.
Right?
We just take care of her when she comes in town.
They love HPV down here.
She also last week got to open for Joe Rogan, which is like so cool.
It was unbelievable. He is so kind to me. It's crazy. It's like it's just been a matter of timing, which is wild. Like I did kill Tony. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear myself. I did kill Tony. Did well. I didn't realize that Kill Tony, that you could get booked on a show from it.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was just like, oh, that sounds like something fun to do.
Yeah.
So I did it because I was in town visiting from New York. And then they were like, oh, do you want to do the secret show? And I was like, fuck yeah. And then got the set list, and Rogan was on the same show as me. And he came in, just a matter of timing. He came in and he saw me performing. So he was just like, hey, you are really funny. Can you hear me? Because I'm watching you do that.
So the microphone cord, I don't know what it is.
How do I help this?
Oh my God. I have another cord. Thank God. But yeah, so you were on Secret Show and he saw you.
He saw me. I speak into this bad blue. Okay, cool. We're MacGyvering the situation right now. So he saw me. It was just a matter of timing. And I had left my jacket in the green room. What they had told us before was when Rogan shows up, he gets the green room, which I was like, I already know I'm nobody, but like, ouch, still. That still kind of hurts. And I went back upstairs to grab my jacket, and Hank was actually the security guy who's around. He hangs out around Vulcan sometimes. He's great. I fucking love him now. But it was just like, big scary security guy, and the door was halfway open, and Rogan was just like, hey, come in. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm just gonna get my jacket, I'm gonna run away now. And he was like, no, come in. He was like, you were really funny. I was like, what? And he was like, I just watched your set, it was funny. And I was like, fuck. So a couple months later, I had done Kill Tony again. Rogan wasn't in town. And I like how we just switched.
I know. You're just telling that story, and I'm just like in front of you.
We just did that so well. I'm so proud of us. I was just at a party, and out of nowhere, I actually just met Bianca Parado. And I was talking to her, and I was like, did you just start following me on Instagram? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, who did? And then I looked, and I was like, you guys, Joe Rogan just started following me. And I like freaked out. And then this past month, all this like shit went down, and he was just like, hey, like, let me know when you're going to be back in town. And I told him I'm going to be back the last 2 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
And he just hit me up on, God, what was that? It was on Friday. And I was supposed to fly back in this Friday. And he was like, hey, I have a show on Wednesday if you want to do it. And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, let's change the flight real quick.
Yeah, like ASAP. It was so funny because I was getting my nails done. And I was ready to be like, yeah, let's get some like short, because I like working out. Yeah. And my nail tech was like, absolutely the fuck not. She was like, we're doing bad bitch nails like right now. Yeah. So she painted like hyena onto them, which I like love. I'm like, you can see my scary.
Wait, do you have tattoos right here?
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Both my hands done, which is psychotic.
No, so cool.
But yeah, I actually just yesterday had to get it done over because it blew out. Like I got it done 8 weeks ago. And I get it done here at Native East Ontario.
Oh yeah, those. I love their flash tats they have.
Yeah, and they're so cute. They have so much good flash tats, and then just the fucking aesthetic.
I know. I only get tattoos for the aesthetic.
Right? I'm like, just the fucking aesthetic and East End tattoo just to sound like a fucking dumb bitch.
My mom's like, why'd you get that tattoo? I'm like, oh, I think it's cute.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what it means to me. It means I'm cute.
Right? It's so funny because that's why I'll have them only, like, I don't have body tats.
Yeah.
I only have my fucking hands. I have my knuckles, and then I have like the size of my fingers because I was just like,
and then the shrimp.
And then the shrimp. It's so funny because I'm like, I have my first tattoo ever is on my arm, and it's the first thing ever written by humans ever. And it's like 9 pages long. It means like all of this shit. It's what all these religions are based off of.
Yeah.
And it dwindles down to saying like, thou art that, which like, don't ever be jealous of other people. Don't ever think you can't do something. As far as you can look out, as far as you can look within. And I have like this one that's mudita, which is like the joy you feel for other people that like is unadulterated by like your own interests. Which I was like, I really like that. I got that when my friend had a kid after she had tried IVF so many times. And then I was like, I have all this stuff. And then I'm like, and then I just got a shrimp because me and my best friend like to eat shrimp.
I was going to say it's more for when you hold a guy's dick. Right. You're like, oh, you have a shrimp dick.
Just to remind them, this is where you're at.
This is what I think of your dick right here.
Right. This is where you belong, honey. You don't even get the right hand. You get the left one with your little.
That's what you deserve.
Right. So funny. So how long have you been doing this podcast?
This podcast, I just started redoing it, but I started it like 2020, but I was super inconsistent with it. And then I was like, I want to do video just because I feel like that's what people enjoy more.
Yeah.
I really hate listening to podcasts. I can't do that. But if I'm watching it, I enjoy
watch them too, like a child. Like I'm like, I just like to watch the people
I feel
talk.
included. I'm like, let's make this feel like we're just sitting with these probably simps at home, you know?
It's so funny because I like watching Schultz podcasts, and I'm like, I'm such a like old Italian bitch that when I watch Schultz's, I'm like, I just want to bring them snacks. Like,
bring them a bowl of M&Ms.
Right? I'm like, I just want to feed them. Look at the boys having fun. I'm 100% certain that's not how men feel watching a podcast.
I wonder what men think while they're watching. They must feel like one of the bros, and then you're just like, let me nurture you.
For real. Oh my God, I love a good project. No.
All my men I date, they're just projects, you know? Some I don't finish, keep on the back burner, maybe come do it later.
Right? You're like, I'll get to that. It's like when you have like the table that's not like already finished. Like you're like, I'll get to that. That'll come around. God, they really are all such projects, and we're all fucking crazy. Like,
oh, absolutely, yeah. I always have a couple. I never trust a guy, so like I always have like several other things going on at once. I'm just like, I don't think you're gonna be here that long. I just like.
Like I got a feeling.
I'm like, I'm just testing it out. You seem nice.
Trying it on.
Gonna send it back in a couple days.
Right. Like, what's the return policy on this one?
I'm gonna keep the tags on while I wear it out.
So funny. That's what my phone is so dry. I haven't even gone on a date in like 4 months.
Really?
Yeah. I have not been fucking. I haven't been masturbating. I'm just like asexual, but I don't want to be. It's horrible.
I get that. That was me earlier this year. And then by the end of it, I was like, why do I have so many options? I don't want this.
It's funny when you don't want it.
Just tell me what. It's like Uber Eats for me. Like I have too many options, and then I just end up with none of them because I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm just going to make something at home instead. Right? I'll just use my vibrator. Y'all are stressing me out.
That's what I mean. And that's why I have jokes about it. I'm like, yo, it's guaranteed. Like guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean, like, generally, I don't come with guys. I'm like, I just don't. I just find it fun.
Yeah.
To mess with them. It's the weird power trip for me. I'm like, I'm sucking your dick and I could bite it or not right now.
Yeah. You're like, there's a lot of trust in this.
And I'm like, I don't trust you. Also, I don't think you would know how to make me come. I'm like, I don't.
It's tough. It's tough because that's I think a big reason I haven't been dating is because I'm also old as shit. I'm 35, and I've like been through Botox. Be Botoxing.
I mean, I got Botox.
Yeah, like it be Botoxing. Oh yeah, I started when I was 25 because I was in sales, and like one other girl who was like 30 something was like looked in her 20s. And she was like, girl, you got to get Botox. Like I worked in pharmaceutical sales and they're like, you have to be beautiful. And I was like, okay, cool. No pressure. Just put the poison in my face now. But no, I haven't been dating because like, I just like kind of play it through to the end, or I always like think about how it's going to end. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm always like, well, I'm going to go out with you. And I'm like, you could even be hot, but it's like, then you start talking and you're not that interesting. And then I'm like, we're going to fuck. And it's like a 90% chance that you're not going to get me off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why am I doing all this?
It's just a lot for a really
it's so pessimistic.
high risk, low reward.
Yeah, for real. And it's so funny because there's certain guys that I've told, oh God, I hate how many times I've had to say this, but I'm like, listen, if we like had sex and you came and I didn't, I fucked you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you don't get to say you fucked me. Bro, I fucked you. Like,
absolutely. I don't get why men act like they fucked all these chicks. I'm like, how many came? On your body count, you should really like be looking at how many of these girls did you actually make come?
Oh, that's why I was like, I just can't be bothered anymore. I actually signed up for a matchmaker.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I signed up for a matchmaker and she used to be the $1 million matchmaker. Is this on again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm like, am I doing this right?
I can hear you.
I'm number 1, right?
I'm number 1. You're number 2.
Oh, I was talking and I was like, why don't I see it? And I was like, oh, because Brittany's listening. So, $1 million matchmaker. She's this lady from Long Island. Like, she's like typical,
of course,
black haired. Sounds like me right now that I have a scratchy voice all the time. Her name's Janice.
Janice.
And she talked to me and she was like, you have to like sign up and like show pictures and say like, you know, what your degree is, if you've like traveled, all these fucking things. And she called me at first and she was like, okay, tell me about you. Like, do you go to church? And I was like, no, I like grew up Catholic because I'm fucking Italian, but I don't go to church now. And I was like, I like the idea of somebody with values and all this stuff. And then she's like, well, I don't care what you like. You're not my client. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, I work for the men. And I was like, so basically you're a pimp. Like, you're
oh my God.
She was like,
I don't want to care what you want. It's kind of like an arranged marriage.
It 100%
oh my God.
is. And so I was still like, you know what? I should do it for the material. And I was also like, maybe there's a guy, and I was like, she's 100% going to set me up with like a Staten Island or a Long Island guy who's divorced that goes to church and like hits me sometimes. Like, that's 100% what I was signing up for. But I was like, I should do it anyways. And then she goes, it's $300 I had to pay for the second interview. And I was like, well, I'm not your client.
Yeah.
So what am I paying for? So then I just left her. I ghosted her.
Yeah. That sounds like what you do. Also, I think...
I was like, there's no other situation. Like, we're done here.
$300 to get hit.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I've never been hit before.
She's
but
like, I got a full catalog of Staten Island firefighters for you, honey.
Just go by the fire station. Just go by.
For real.
Start setting small fires in your apartment.
It's so, I know, right? It's so, I'm just going to call
Lure them into you.
For real. It's my beehive for firefighters. They come faster if you gas leak. Gas leak. If you live in New York City, write this down. Gas leak is what you call up and say, and everybody shows up real quick. Okay. It's so strange. You could say anything else. I had a crazy fucking neighbor. Second apartment I ever had in New York. He kept being in the hallway every time I was out in the hallway. It was really weird. And he, like, through the wall, we could hear, he lived with his mother. He was like in his early 30s, and he would shout every like sentence to Scarface. Like, you could hear it. And you're like, well, now I know Scarface. Because I can hear this guy fucking shouting. And he was like always in the fucking hallway every time I was in there. I was like, this is fucking weird. I started dating this guy. And
Scarface guy?
Not the Scarface guy. No. Different guy. No, I was like, that was a bad transition. That was not how you tell the story. So I started dating this other guy. I'm bartending. Okay. You're like, I was like, yeah, so he was a dreamboat.
I just really love that movie.
So I don't know if you heard everything I said, but I said I live with his mom and knows every word to Scarface. So obviously I landed him.
Lock that shit down.
Right. I was like, maybe we can just break down the wall. We can all live together. No, so I started dating this other guy, and he walks me home from bartending one night, and I go to open the door. So it's like my door, my neighbor's door, and then behind me is the door to the basement, which is where you do all your laundry, because New York is a nightmare to live in sometimes. And it's like 5 a.m. because we had bars shut down at 4. We did some after hour shit, and he walked me home. I go to turn my key in the door, and all I can hear behind me is like, you fucking bastard. And then the guy that I brought home is just beating the fuck out of the neighbor. The neighbor had jumped out of the closet with one glove on. So he like went to lunge out from behind like the basement. And if like I didn't have this guy walk me home, we're like, what the fuck was that about? So this guy beats the fuck out of him and he's like, you need to file like paperwork.
Yeah.
We walked to the police station and they're like, where do you live? And I was like, oh, so-and-so on East 75th. And they look at the guy and they're like, let me see your hands. And he's like all bruised up because he just beat the fuck out of this guy. And they're like, yeah, we're locking you up. And we're like, yo, we called the cops and no one showed up. And then it turned out, so this is all to say gas leak if you want some cops to show up because guy jumping out of the basement
didn't do it.
Yeah. So we went and it was so crazy because what we had found out was the neighbor had a camera facing the street from like his window. So every time I was walking in, he could see and he would go out into the hallway.
What the fuck?
Isn't that crazy?
That's terrifying.
And they still were like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, and I was like, okay, so, and then twice I've had a gas leak and everybody shows the fuck up within like 20 seconds.
But if there's a guy stalking you, waiting out for you in the hallway, reciting fucking Scarface, no.
That's boys being boys.
Boys will be boys.
We had looked,
He's just playing.
Right? He was just, he was just growing up. We actually found out because the guy I was dating at the time was really good at stalking people online. Also great. And he looked up the neighbor because I got kicked out of the building. They said I was a threat to the building. And I was like, okay, so we all looked at that scenario. We said, I'm the threat to the building.
I mean, what were you wearing?
Right? I was like, I was pretty much, bartender, I was asking for it.
I mean, boys will be boys, Were your shoulders showing? Were you wearing?
Right? Were you sure? Did your shorts go past your fingertips?
If it wasn't in middle school dress code, I'm going to be so pissed at you.
Right? It was 100% on me when I look back at it. But we looked up the neighbor and it turned out he had been arrested years earlier because he threatened to kill himself or his mom. He held a knife to his mom's throat and said he was either going to kill her or kill himself. And it should
have been him.
right. Like that would be fucking great. We ended up looking up. It was in like New York. You said the police blotter, so they would like put it down like who got arrested that week.
Yeah.
Back in the days of when you looked at the whole police blotter.
Oh,
I'm sure that might still be around. I have no idea.
They do arrested the night before, I think, in like newspapers still in Austin because I've seen a couple open micers in them.
I love that. Because I dated a guy here for a very loose term of dating there. This is my first COVID cutie. You know how it kind of settles.
Oh, I know how that be.
During COVID happened, you're like, well, guess it's you.
I lowered my standards so much over COVID. I was like, I need attention.
Oh, so hard. This was a guy that told me he was a tactical medicine instructor. It turned out he was a door guy on 6th Street.
Same thing.
Yeah, I was like, huh. He gave himself a like street name after like the military phonetic alphabet.
Oh my God.
A whole nightmare. You can just guess one of the letters. It wasn't beta, even though it should have been. But he had all this like whatever. We did our thing for a minute. We were always arguing. Like, I'd always hang out with the boys. I would always be like with Spencer and Kevin, all those guys. They'd always be like, you're always on your phone arguing with this dude. And I was like, because he pisses me off all the time. But my favorite fucking thing was the day after I moved away, he fucking got a DUI. So he was in that arrested last night thing. I said, that's my boy.
Oh my God. How was his mugshot?
Oh, cute. He was so handsome.
Oh. His eyes. He has such kind eyes in it.
He literally just had those eyes that were like so dark that I was like, you're so sad. Like, that's so much. Like that's so much. So awful. God, like I said, I love a project.
Oh my God, I love projects. Men are the best.
God, they just never like, what's fucked up is they never try to fix us.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, I had a guy who, I'm still friends with him, but like he was living in his car.
Hot.
I know. And whenever, didn't technically live anywhere except where his car was.
In your heart.
He lived in my heart, which meant my apartment. And I'm ashamed to say this was like a couple months ago. This isn't even like an old story. No.
You're like, he still has stuff here.
Oh my God, yeah. He just comes over every now and then, showers, leaves his clothes. No, but he just actually got a place to live. And the first place he's living in years it's the street name is my last name, Ledesma.
Stop.
It's the first place he's lived in years.
Oh.
Right after we end things, he gets his first apartment on Ledesma Road.
He said, I feel good about this for some
He's like,
reason.
it feels like home.
Right. Oh, God. Was that a COVID boy? Or no, this was new as of months ago?
Yeah, new as of months ago. Yeah.
Ooh, what did he look like that he said, I don't got a house? And he said, okay.
He's so hot. I mean, he's so cute. He's sweet. He's just a little... I mean, if you're hot and homeless, you know what? You can make it work.
It works. It's so funny.
It's just like...
Hot goes such a long way.
My mom was like, is your home a halfway house now? It was like, a little bit, yeah, but this tax write-off is incredible.
So funny, because when I was getting this tattoo touched up yesterday, this guy came in who looked like a hotter version of my friend, which my friend recognized immediately because he was there. He was like, I hate that you look like me, but better. And everybody just laughed. Like, nobody...
Oh, that's the worst. Everyone's like, yeah, he does. You look like dog shit.
Nobody was like, absolutely. And the guy's getting tatted, and literally, like, my friend before he came, the tattoo artist was like, yo, this guy's a nightmare. Like, he's pretty much living out of his truck all the time. I'm like, but he looks like Aquaman. And I was like, oh, so tell me more. And he's like, yeah, he's here on Christmas because his whole family's dead. And I was like,
oh,
dream boat.
Sounds like my type of man.
Yeah, like, I was like, damn. And then he comes out with us, and he ends up, like, brings his dog, ends up taking off. And I asked my friend Josh, I was like, hey, where did homeboy go? And he's like, I don't think he's knowing where he's going until it just happens to him. And I was like, that's a really good way to put it. And also hot, like, very hot. I try to have them as like...
I love just people who don't have their shit together, because I'm like, that's mysterious, but it's really just mental illness, and on both ends.
So much. And you know what it is I try to hold it in. Like, I'll be like celibate, like before fucking tactical medicine. Boy, I didn't have sex in 8 months because I was like, I just can't deal with this bullshit and everybody's stuff. And then it was like, all right, fine. Like, I literally went on this first date, and I was like, okay, he's hot, just get fucked. And then
let's get this over with.
Yeah, like, just fucking do it. And then yep, just 3 months of a fucking nightmare. Because same thing, he ended up with a bag at my place for like 5 days straight after like the third time we hooked up. And I was like, you have nowhere to be, do you? No one's
all
waiting
you have
on
to
you.
do is this.
Yeah, no one's waiting on you, huh? It's like, all right, those looks go about 3 months. That's how far they go.
The last guy was saying he has his shit together. Like, he's super normal, super family oriented, and I hate that. I hate that.
Unrelatable.
I'm just like, grow up and have resentment with your family. You know, when are you going to divorce them?
Right? You're like, when are you going to have a problem? It's so funny because that's what I look at now. And guys, like, because like I said, I'm fucking 35. So I look at dating sites and I look at their job. And then I'm like, do they have like a good home life? But then I'm like, I'm going to be scary as fuck to them. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to be so scary. And it's also like, it's tough doing comedy because I'm like,
absolutely,
I'm around doing so many funny people all the time that if you're just like a totally static, like, got it together, I'm like, okay, we could eat dinner together. But then like after that, I'm like, I don't want to fuck you at all.
Yeah.
I'm not sexually attracted to this whatsoever.
I need someone who can keep up with me, you know? And also, like, we're around, I'm sure you get it too, but like just being hit on by random people, and it takes a special kind of guy to be able to like handle that. And it's not even because I'm hot. I think it's just because sometimes I'm the only girl there.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's one of those just like laws of like, you're like, oh, female in the room. They're
yeah.
like, no. Get it. It's mine.
All these betas, alpha instincts go on. They're like, oh my God, have to fuck.
No, it's so, yeah, it's wild. Cause that's what I tell people. I'm like, I need somebody who's either busy or like insanely confident, because I've dated people where it's like I'm in Texas for 2 weeks right now. Yeah. It's not like I'm out fucking. I'm trying to like make as much content and like get on stage as much time as I can.
Absolutely.
But people are like, and I'm also very introverted. So I'm like, as soon as I get home, I'm like, I can't even speak to anybody. And if I'm dating somebody, they're like, nobody's too busy to look at their phone. Or they're like, where were you last night? And they say like that I'm like out with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I wanted to get Imagine getting a train run on you by fucking open mic comics. You know, like
I mean, that sounds awful.
Nobody wants that. I'm like, that's nothing you have to
No
worry
self-respecting person would do that. And
no self-respecting person would run around and fuck people for stage time.
oh my God. The fact that people can do that, because like I don't
know how you like look yourself in the mirror after
and think
something
that's worth it. These 10 minutes really worth this shitty lay.
Oh my God. And it's so funny too that you're like, oh, you're gonna flirt your way to stage time, and then you just like, yeah, exactly, like you're like, oh, you got on a stage at a bar
For 10 minutes max. Not even, you know, sometimes it's just like you do 5 minutes. It's like, was that worth it, girl?
for real. And it's so funny because you're like, this is what I always tell people. I'm like, people can like do whatever to try to like get on a different stage, but I'm like, did it make you funnier?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it only made you funnier to us. Like, we think you're a fucking clown, but like,
I think that move hilarious to me.
Yeah, fun.
It's fun to watch other people do that. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's so tough. Yeah.
Also, how can you sleep with yourself at night after that?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
There's this one comic who kept hitting on me, and it was so annoying because he would always wear hats, and I was like,
mm-hmm.
Hatfish is real. Oh my God. I look on his Instagram. This fucking boy has not even a 5 head. It goes like up like this. That's where his hairline starts. And I was like, no.
That's like somebody in like a comic book, and they're never the good guy.
Never. Oh my God. No, this guy, I'm just like, he is his own worst enemy. He is his own villain.
And now he's my enemy.
I'm like, the fact you think you had a shot hurts my feelings.
Ain't that some shit? When somebody like hits on you that you're like, wait a second, what made you feel comfortable doing that?
I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Why do you think this is allowed? I had a guy he brought a camera to an open mic, and he took a bunch of photos, and it's a nice camera, and he showed me them on his phone, and like legitimately these looked like these were taken on an iPhone. These looked like stalker photos of me. And it's like, I know he brought the camera to the mic. I'm like, I know you were going for an artsy angle, but this looks more like you were watching me through a window.
Oh yeah. It's so crazy because like me and my 2 best friends here, one's male, one's female. And we've just been like shitting on each other about like there's such a fine line between like endearing and fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
When someone likes you, that you're just like, huh, like you're like, that wasn't sweet. That scared the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah. And then sometimes it's like just too much too soon. Ooh. With people. It's like, this could be nice 5 months after knowing you.
Yeah. If I knew like your middle name, this would be cool. Like this might be something. When I first got back to New York from Austin, I matched with this guy, and it was the beginning of it was so wild that it should have like, would have been cool if it worked out, because I've dealt with narcissists before, and like a true sociopath before, like beat the shit out of me, city sued him. I had to sue him later because he financially abused me, like stole my credit card so I couldn't leave. It was crazy.
God.
Oh yeah, it was a whole ass thing. So I've dealt with that at a very young age. That was when I was like 23, 24. So like down the line, I can like kind of pick up on like things when people are being narcissistic, but sometimes you have to like hear it to be like, I'm not crazy, because they're so good at what they do. So before I was moving, I was listening to all these YouTube videos about like narcissists, because I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm dealing with again. And when I got back to New York, I was like, all right, I'm going to go on a date, whatever. I should just do it. It was before my furniture even got there. I was like, I should just go out and like get my mind off of things. And the guy that I went on a date with, his mom was the life coach of the videos I was listening to when I was in Austin. Like on the plane back from like to New York, and he's like talking to me. I had no idea, because like your last name isn't on Hinge. It was just like total catfish in the pictures, by the way. Like he looked like bigger, he had like nice beard and all this shit, but just kind of a weirdo. Friendly at first. And he's like talking about his mom. And he's like, oh yeah, she's like a life coach now. Like our dad was a narcissist, and like I'm like such a like try to be sweet to women. Yeah. Took me out to dinner. Did like, you know, the whole thing, like it's nice to go out to dinner on a first date. instead of like, ooh, let's get like a drink in a plastic cup. And I'm like, so I like, somebody making reservations and shit. So really nice. And it turned out it was like his mom. And I was like, holy shit, like your mom is what I was listening to the whole last week in Texas. Cut to like literally our third date. We're out to dinner and he's like, oh my God. Like he tried to text me like every morning at like 7 a.m. after just first meeting him. I already told my mom about you. Like, I just think it's meant to be. So we go out to dinner and I appreciate that. I'm like, I'm gluten free. Found like an Italian place that had like gluten free stuff, ordered a bottle of wine, all that stuff. I go to the bathroom. He's like, hey, what are you doing on like Halloween? And this is like August.
Oh my God.
And I was like, hey.
A whole month away.
Yeah. I go, I'm not sure yet. He was like, would you want to go on a trip together? And I was like, if we're still doing this, like maybe. And he's like, I feel like you'd really like Salem. And I was like, yeah, I grew up in fucking Massachusetts and like my whole vibe. Of course, I would like to go to Salem on Halloween. So I go to the bathroom. I come back and he's like, okay, well, I've reserved a hotel for 3 nights because, it might sell out. And I was like, that's immediately too much. Like,
that's so scary.
It's, super fucking
You're trying
scary.
to like trap me into a plan.
So scary. So I was like, you like this whole idea of me and like what you've planned out, and it's scary as fuck. So I have to air my boy out right now, which I have to tell you about this because I just want to hear another girl's opinion. He's super hot. He's really good looking guy. He's the other Aquaman. He's now the beta Aquaman, not the one getting the tattoos.
Okay.
Oh my God. Whatever. I'm airing him out. He's not going to watch this. Or he might, and he'll just slap me later.
Also, if a man watches this, I'm always just like, if the guy I'm seeing decides to watch my podcast, that's too much.
Yeah. He's just one of like my best friends. So he's just started dating this girl.
Okay.
And we're all super happy for him because he's like head over heels. And it's been 2 months. And it's kind of been like, we're like, bro, not even 2 months. Because we're like, we didn't even hear this girl's name until 3 weeks ago. She went away for a trip because of Christmas. She was out of town. So yesterday we're like, hey, what'd you get your girlfriend for Christmas? And he's like, oh, I got her like her favorite pizza. And we're like, where's her favorite pizza from? And he was like, Detroit. And we're like, how'd you get it? And he was like, and he just got quiet. And I was like, did you fly to Detroit yesterday? My boy bought a plane ticket.
Oh my God.
To Michigan, got her favorite pizza, and he's going to give it to her today.
He flew to Detroit and
bought a pizza.
Flew back with a pizza. Imagine just bringing that through TSA. Oh yeah, our delivery service is impeccable.
I also was like, bro, I was like, were they direct flights? And he was like, not on the way back. And so I was like, you brought that pizza on 3 planes.
Also, like, is that pizza even good now?
I was like, are you trying to get her sick? Because that pizza be around everybody. Because it was also Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
When he did this.
I mean,
so I said, you bought a plane ticket for Christmas Eve to a city you've never been to?
That's insane.
So how would you feel if you were dating a guy for like 3 weeks and he hit you with some shit like that?
Oh, that'd be too much.
I just nervous.
I would be like, proceed with caution now, the yield signs up.
I would be so nervous if like, I was like, oh yeah, I have this favorite bakery in Brooklyn. And like say a guy from Texas was like, I've never been to Brooklyn. And then I was out of town for 3 days and I came back and he had like cannolis from Brooklyn. I would be like, so what happened? Because I'm like, did you go visit her like high school or like go see where she grew up?
Go by her parents' house, Just hang out with the mom. Hey, I've been fucking your daughter for a minute. Figured I'd introduce myself. How the hell are you?
Yeah. It's crazy because there's like this fine line. I'm like, I like flowers even though I don't seem like a bitch that likes flowers. Like,
every girl likes flowers.
Everybody likes flowers, guys.
It's just a nice gesture.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, it's like deep rooted. But like every guy, you know what it is like, oh, you're cool. You're like the chick I date and you're like, I feel like you can hang with the boys type of shit.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
So after a couple months, it's always like, oh, cool. Now we're just like doing shit because you feel mad comfortable.
Yeah, now we're just friends that fuck.
Yeah.
We're not in a relationship.
1,000 fucking %.
I hate when guys get too comfortable with me like that. I'm like, I don't think you get that I know how I deserve to be treated. And that sucks for you because I'm about to dip.
You're like, I have a vagina. You've seen it. So maybe like act according, because I'm like, do you want to just fuck one of your bros? I'm like, am I the middle step?
Oh my God. Maddie Smith has one of the best jokes about that. She's like, she's she was like, yeah, you're fucking one of your bros. It's like, I come first now, you know, like you can't be mad if I fall asleep after. I'm not gonna go down and finish you. That's gay. I'm a bro. So it's like, you know, if you want to fuck a bro, yeah, I can be a bro for you.
Right? It's so fucking absurd because I'm like, oh, you want like a girl that like plays video games and has tattoos, and I'm like, you want a boyfriend?
Yeah, it's like, maybe you're gay, actually. Yeah. I think that's the news flash for you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not about the whole like, I don't know. That's why I found that matchmaker. I'm like, I like old school men, but I'm like, God. But I don't, you know what it is I don't act like old school women because I hang around other men all the time.
I get that too. Yeah, I generally have the guys. I have 2 guys I've been talking to for like a year each. And like, it's perfect because they live in other cities.
Nice.
So it's like, I get my space because I love space.
Yes.
But what sucks is if I get horny, I'm like, oh God, I got to book a flight now.
Right? You're like, damn, this is
like, time to go to Colorado, time to go to New York.
Right. So fucking absurd because that's why I actually like long distance.
Me too.
Because it's like, oh, I have my space to do my own thing, this and that. And then like when we see each other, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of like not realistic because we're spending 100% time together, and, like doing all this cute shit. But you're like, I kind of like that Hallmark shit.
It's also like the honeymoon phase lasts longer. So
hell yeah.
It's so much nicer that way. Yeah, I like my space. It's so much easier when you don't live in the same city. Also, I'm not really like a jealous person.
Same.
So like,
same. I'm like, you do like,
I know you're fucking other bitches, and that's fine. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here getting my dick wet too, but like, I know like at the end of the day, like we're cool, you know?
Yeah. You're like, and we're gonna meet up. We're gonna do our thing. It's so funny because I'm like, I am awful about like when I do date now. I'm like, okay, well, it's taken me a long time to finally like get to somebody that I'm like, oh, you're enough for me to fuck, because I have all these like experiences of like, no, immediately no. That like when I do meet somebody, I'm like, well, now you should cherish me. You should immediately adore me. I am perfect because I finally accepted you, like a cat that like doesn't like anybody, but they're like, you're good. I'll sit next to you.
Yeah,
like,
come worship me. Rub my stomach like I deserve, bitch.
It's so bad. Oh my God. The last guy I actually did fuck, immediately after, I was just like, it was like we weren't even dating. And I immediately was like, how are you going to like talk to other bitches like that? And I was like, I was talking to other dudes. And he was like, you're crazy. And I was like, yeah, it's true.
It's like, I can't argue with that logic.
Immediately true. Immediately, you are correct. So that's, oh my God, so bad. Oh my God, that wasn't even the last guy I fucked this. Oh my God.
No, the last guy I fucked, he came so fast, I thought he just got soft.
Oh.
And then
did he come silently?
Yeah, and then he was like, no, I'm pretty sure it came, and I like checked like it was a magic trick, and it was like, oh my God, my pussy's filled with cum now.
Oh no.
I was like, wow, like
nothing. This has got dirty fast, but whatever. I can't stand when men come silently.
I need to know. I need to know.
I'm like, telling him, like, we're comedians. We like to hear the noise.
Like, I need a reaction. Give me feedback, please.
I need feedback.
Let me know if I'm doing. I'm like, I know I'm doing this right. I have a vagina.
Right? Don't just immediately stop and be like, okay.
It's like,
I'm done doing my thing.
It's so anticlimactic, too. I'm just like, cool.
Awesome. So
do you want a high five now?
Right? Oh, my fucking God. So bad. So horrible. But yeah, so comedy and fucking dating is just a fucking nightmare. And I always get like, because you got Kill Tony people.
Love my Kill Tony creeps. I love them.
Same.
Love them. I don't care that you're a little creepy. I like that about you.
Very supportive.
Oh my God, yeah.
So supportive. All to the point that I'm like, well, you're actually way more supportive than people I actually know.
Yeah, they're way more supportive than my parents for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
They give me validation I need.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, there's some guy from Kill Tony who he's a fan, but I also think an open micer in like Florida. He flew to Austin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he took pictures of himself outside of Kill Tony and said he saw me and just tagged me in the photos instead of asking for a photo with me.
Aww.
And then he but the thing was, it got creepy because he kept asking for feet pics.
Oh.
And then he sent me money and I just didn't send him the feet pics back. I was like, if you say you're a comic, then I'm not, you got to know, like, if you were just a normal person, I would have sent the money back. But
But he was a comic that was like, I want your feet pics.
Yeah.
And he sent the money first?
Yeah. But I did maybe say something in my podcast where I was like, well, I joke and it jokes too far.
Yeah.
Is what I realized. I will not joke about feet pics. I learned that the hard way.
Wait, so you're not down to send feet pics?
I thought about it and I don't think I am. I would rather, I need to keep something for myself and leave them wanting more. You can see my feet like this.
And you said the feet was it.
The feet was it. Hand pics?
I gotta keep something for myself.
I know. Like, I need my husband to have something that no one else gets, and that's my feet.
That's so funny because I have an OnlyFans. But so I have an OnlyFans, and it's gotta be one of the worst OnlyFans because it's always mostly me saying how tired I am. It's mostly that because you have to post every 10 days or else they like deactivate your account. They're like, bitch, get your titty on screen. But they're like, I literally, I don't post, like there's no pussy stuff. I'm not masturbating on there. I probably shouldn't have said that on the podcast because I wanted more people to pay for it. But it's mostly like suggestive.
Yeah.
Or it's when I have like full video sets of like whatever, like Gotham or something like that. I won't post the full thing to YouTube. I'll put it on OnlyFans. Because I haven't like done a special or anything like that. Which is so far out. That's
it's so far out.
So far out. But I'm so worried about certain people taking jokes or
to have it documented.
Yeah, or to have it documented. And also there's like a lot of people from Kill Tony. They're like, I want to see videos of you. And like, I'm sure they mean like sexual ones, but also like more videos of like your comedy. And I'm like, well, I don't want to put it out until it's polished. I want it to be like,
you don't want to burn it.
Perfect. Yeah. But I do think that there is something fun about watching an artist grow.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what I use my OnlyFans for.
I've thought about putting this podcast on OnlyFans and just letting people have their feet out, but then also having like a picture of my tits way far in the background that you have to like zoom in.
Right? That's great.
So then it's like, I mean, the content's there. Just see if you can find my tits.
It's there. It's there.
In real life, I have to tell people that too. I'm like, I promise they're there.
There used to be an account called Subtle Dildo, and it'd be like a picture of like just us talking. There's like a dildo hidden somewhere, like, and it's like, where's
a nice
Waldo?
little Easter egg. Oh my god, yeah.
So if you do that with like a titty pic, that'd be great. Like it's just somewhere in the background.
It's in a different spot each episode.
But yeah, no, OnlyFans, I will say, is a good platform because it reminds me of MySpace. It's like you can put pictures, videos up. People can chat with you. But it's also like what I missed about like old school OkCupid and MySpace is that it doesn't harass you of like, here's a ping, like here's a like it's there. And then if you look at it like a week from now, you're like, oh, I have some people that wanted to message me. I don't have to message them back.
Thank God.
I don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
And if I put up like a picture of like, oh, I have a show in Connecticut tonight or like whatever, or like this is what's going on with me now, it's just a cool thing to document. And I'm like, I have less than 100 people on there right now, but I'm like, even the people that follow it, that think that it's interesting to watch somebody grow. I'm like, oh, I really
that's
like
so
that.
sick. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And it's like, it's only like $7 a month, but it's like people can tip you. Like if you add a picture or a video, they can tip like $10 or $20.
That's awesome.
So some people are like super supportive and they'll just like tip on a picture and then you can like cash it out for whatever.
I feel like I would just be the type of person who's like, I ran out of money for coffee today. Want to Venmo me?
100%. 100%. What's really nice is I have a link in my link tree on Instagram that just says buy Gina a coffee and it's like goes to my Venmo. And there's certain like OnlyFans or Kill Tony people that every once in a while, like at a show in Connecticut and this guy sent me money for a coffee.
Dude, Kill Tony fans are the best.
They really, it's honestly like that platform. Every time I see Tony, I'm like, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, Tony and Red Band, they've helped out so many comics and they're one of the big reasons I even have like people who follow me.
Same. I think like 70% of my followers are from Kill Tony.
Same. Yeah.
It's crazy. And I'm like, when that happened, like I said, the first time I did it, I was like, that sounds like a fun thing to do. And I was like, okay, I have a minute. Like the magician joke is the first one I did on there. And because I was like, that always hits, even though I fucking hate that it hits so hard. Because it's about a real person. So I just fucking get so annoyed by it. And it went well. And I was like, oh, this was so fun. But then when they were like, come on this show, I was like, that's so dope. And I was like, yo. And then when it aired, and like, cause like when your episode airs, it's like your Instagram blows up.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah. I have my notifications off for every social media just cause I can't handle it.
You're like, I'm overstimulated.
I'm like, I don't want to say anything to these people. My autism comes out. I'm like too much contact.
It's crazy. Cause it's such a big, like it says so much about a person, like for like Tony and Red Band and like how Rogan acts. I'm like, for somebody who's so successful to act so humble and just be like, I want to, like, they know the whole process. So they're like, it's so nice to like have a platform that's like, hey, I want to show this off. And it's like when I met Tony and I was like, thank you so much. He was like, you do the work, you're funny. And then it comes back at you. And so it's like, yes, there is this platform, but unless you do well, you know what I mean? There's been people on it.
God, yeah. I mean, I used to work the door. So I would see every week of like, yeah, you know.
But it's even that, like, if I didn't go and kill Tony, I wouldn't have had that show with Rogan.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's just like I'm so grateful for people like that. And it's, I don't know, that's what I'm trying to set up. So that's why I have I'm calling it Shelter, and it's supposed to be like, I like the name of it because I'm like, for like 3 different reasons, because I was like, I just want it to be, this is just for comedy, this isn't like social points, this is comics getting up, telling jokes. You don't fucking like get offended. Just fucking come to a comedy show. But I also want it to be that. But I'm going to produce it in Austin and in New York.
That's awesome.
Because I want, people from Austin. There's a lot of people that had never been to New York, or it's so expensive to go there. And so I got this apartment that's like, it's big. It's a railroad style. So it's like weird. It's not like great space, but it's a technical like New York 2-bedroom that I have like a big couch and air mattress. And I was like, I did that because I want people from Austin to be able to come.
Yeah.
And then like build a trip around like, oh, I definitely have this show. I'm definitely going to be on Shelter. So now I can like pull the trigger of buying the tickets. And then same thing, like there's a lot of people in New York that have never been to Austin. So I'm like, they're like, I don't know, like I want to hit up people about shows, but I want to definitely have some good shows. So I want it to be like, okay, well, I'm going to book you on Shelter. You're going to do this. So it's just something about, and I'm like, I by no means have, the platform or like any like career, like, Rogan, or not even close. But I'm like, it's just helping people out. Like there's no,
absolutely.
It's not like a 0-sum game.
It's hard. I mean, especially like going to another city to get booked on like a good show. Because I mean, I've gone to like other cities and, bar shows are bar shows.
It's so tough to tell what's cool just by Instagram.
Yeah.
Because a good poster goes a long way.
Oh my God, I know.
You look at some posters and you're like, damn, this shit looks dope. And then you go and it's like 4 people in the audience and like you can hear like a blender in the background and shit.
I'm like, I feel like also a lot of people are like, weekly shows are the thing. I'm like, I think monthly.
Yeah.
Monthly for a better turnout is like the best.
You get more time to promote it. That's what like all this fucking bullshit happened. I'm very big on, I mean, I do pharmaceutical sales, which like I don't take pharmaceuticals, like, and I have like a devil job, but I ran fucking dinners that have to be approved by the FDA, and I got to get like doctors and professionals out in New York City and rent a fucking room. And I'm like, I can do all that. So it's like producing a show at a bar or a small club, like it's so easy.
So easy. Oh my God.
But I'm like, I want to do it professionally, that I have at least 30 days to promote it.
Yeah.
I want it to be a good turnout. And I want like, so it sucked because at first, like the first place that I was supposed to do it with, all this bullshit went down. But now it's going to be at Spiderhouse, which.
Spiderhouse is such a cool room.
I've never been.
It's right. It's so cool. I don't want to say where I live. It's very close to me, but it's such a like cool vibe. It's on college campus, so you get like the kids that just want to go out, drink, have a good time. They have a really good food truck out front. It's next to a pho place that's also really good. Nice. It's just like a fun vibe. Also, it gives you like the feel of like a classic theater, which I love.
I've never heard a bad thing about it.
I haven't either.
And so I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited like. Immediately I want this to go well, and I want to book a date immediately for February so that I can get, some of the New York people out, because I'm like, eventually I want to be back here full time. It's just a matter of finances and, jobs.
Yeah.
Money. That old thing.
Oh God.
That old thing. That's what I love. I saw someone the other day, and they're like, oh, do you make all your money from comedy? And I was like,
what do you think?
No, absolutely not.
It cracks me up when people think there's money in comedy.
They were like, oh, because all I see on your Instagram is all this comedy stuff you do. And I was like, do you want me to post about my fucking pharmaceutical sales job?
Everyone has to have a side gig doing this.
100%.
I think it was Ari Shafir who, maybe it was him or some other big comic, but he did a couple of national commercials, and that's how he was able to travel on the road. Yeah. You just have to get some way of getting like a side gig.
Yep. That's why I got so lucky with this particular sales gig, because it's a company based out of Denmark. So they give me like the same amount of vacation time as if I lived in Denmark.
Oh, that's so nice. So I imagine it's so much better.
Yeah. So it's like, I definitely do that, because I'm like, okay, well, I look at jobs now at like, how's it going to work with comedy?
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't understand this. I actually just turned down a 40% raise to go to a different company, which was so much money. It hurts to say, but like 40% is huge.
Yeah, that's
so much more money. And it was going to be interesting. It was like for a narcolepsy drug, which it's like the salt off of GHB actually is what you use for a narcolepsy drug. And I was like, I'd be launching it. It was such a like, it was, I was like, oh, I'm flattered that you want me to be the person. But I would have covered all 5 boroughs in New York. I would have like driving out to Staten Island, driving out to Queens from my apartment. There's times it takes an hour and a half to get back out of 7 miles.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so that traffic, and I'm like driving all around, and then I would have to go out to Long Island, which I've used to live out in Long Island, have to drive to Queens. It would take 2.5 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was like, that would kill my comedy.
That would take up all your time.
All of my time would be gone. My work would, like, all of my jokes would get stuck. I'd probably start writing about fucking pharmaceuticals. I'd be writing about a bunch of narcolepsy jokes. Everybody would be like, this fucking sucks. But I was like, I had to turn it down. I had so many friends who were like, like they have kids and shit now, because all my friends are in their mid-30s too, and like buying houses and stuff. And they're like, well, that would have been a great, you could have invested money and all this shit. And I'm like, I'm telling jokes, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. I'm your friend that's telling fucking jokes. So it's not going to work out. And a lot of people were like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
It is funny how people don't get it. And it's like one day they'll be like, okay, yeah, I get it. But it's like,
yeah, that like Rogan saying my name.
Oh my God, that was so dope.
Like,
I love seeing him shout out, because they shout out so many comics and stuff. And it's just cool. Like, I can't, oh my God.
And they know what they're doing, which is even better, because I'm like, you're being really cool and supportive.
Yeah.
Like,
it's such a nice thing.
It's so fucking nice. So just getting that too is just such a like, one, because there's certain days, you do a show in a bar or you go to an open mic and you're like, what am I doing? Like, you'll have one day that you're like, holy shit, I just killed this crowd at like a theater or like whatever, or a club. And then the literal next day, you're like in front of 4 people or you're like bombing and you're like, why
am I doing?
Yeah. What am I doing?
Yeah. I drove 3 hours to eat shit on stage, and then you have to, for like 15 minutes, and you have to make the 3-hour drive back.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck, I need to get on another stage right now.
And it's like, you lose money doing this sometimes. It's like, honestly, doing comedy is like being a drug addict, and no one gets it.
No one gets it, because you'll like spend money to like do it. Like
yeah.
You're saying, I'm like, all of my money, like all of my vacation time has been coming back to Austin and like, paying for my dog walker or buying plane tickets and stuff like that. I'm like, that's been all of my vacation time this year. And there's like certain times I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pay the extra money. Like I had to change that flight. I'm going to pay that extra money.
It's worth it for sure.
1,000%. So it's like those things when I was in, because I'm in my mid-30s, when people are like, oh, that's a fun hobby you have. Is one of my friends. I hate
when people use that word.
I was like, no, bitch. You think I'm spending all my money on a hobby? You think I'm spending all my vacation
It's like
time?
Spending all your money on crocheting. That's what my friends think.
You think I'm spending all of my money on a little hobby that I have? You think I'm going to open mics? You think I'm spending that time at an open mic because I fucking love this hobby? I'm like, no, because it's gonna work out. It's the only thing I like feel comfortable. That's like my personality.
Yeah.
So getting that like shout out, I was like, it's also a little bit of like fuck you to other people. Like,
oh,
like,
for sure. It's like,
yeah.
it's so validating too when you get such a, because it's also one of those things that like when you do have those shitty days, it's like it just keeps you going.
Oh my God. I've literally told him that when I first met him because he was like, you were really funny. And my mom had written me a letter. My mom wrote me a whole letter about how she didn't support. I did like snail mail, like some Game of Thrones.
Oh my God. That's dark.
Right? Like a whole like, oh, like, what are you doing? We need to talk kind of thing. Yeah. Crazy. My mom's name is Karen.
Of course.
Isn't that great?
Karen wrote you a strongly worded letter.
Yeah, so absurd. So when I like heard I was funny with somebody like, you know, that has a great career like that and has been in it, I was like, you're validating like so much right now. You have no idea how much you're like that, like just small words like that mean to me. But with the small shows, because I'm like, I want to give something like that back, of course, you know?
Yeah.
It was funny because I was booking a show in Queens and I had gone to an open mic and there's this lady, actually her name is Karen as well. Her name is Karen Collins. She's so funny. And she's like in her like probably like late 50s, early 60s. She got up at the open mic and you're like, huh. And she just fucking crushed. And so I was like, I want you on my show. And it was so cute because I hired a photographer and I got her like pictures and stuff. And she had put up a picture on Instagram. And one of her friends was like, I didn't know you were doing this. And she said, I wanted to wait until I felt validated to let everybody know. And I was like,
my heart, Karen Collins, I love you. I don't know who you are.
She's so funny. She's really so fucking
Whenever
funny.
you see someone crush at a shitty open mic, you're just like, okay, like, yeah.
You're like, damn, you're good. You're good. And like she killed it at the show as well. And it was great because there was like a couple of people from there's a couple of people that are regulars at the stand there, and there was like people that like work for Comedy Central, and they were like, who is this? And I was like, she's fucking funny, right? Like, because I'm like, end of the day, just be funny.
That's it. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
I think some people get caught up with like trying to make it faster. I'm like, do you really want to make it before you're ready?
No, that's like the worst thing you can do is show up too early.
Yeah.
It's like when you don't have a baby too early, that shit's undercooked, you know?
Yeah, it's like people are trying to go viral and stuff, and then like I'll post like crowd work clips and like clips occasionally, but it's like you don't want like you're not gonna be getting the final product for a while.
No,
and it's never done.
Never. And it's funny because like I tell people, I'm like, I just feel very confidently about it because I'm like, one, it has to work. It's like the number one thing that makes me feel like I'm like, oh, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is me. These are my people. Like, as much as we're all fucking all over the place and shit, I'm like, oh, these are all people that I like vibe with 100%. I've done like all my early 20s were a whole shit show. Like I said, sociopath guy, like fucking all this like horrendous shit in New York that was like allegedly sketchy things that were very stressful, but very fun. And it was just always like a nightmare and always going. And I always wanted to do comedy. Like I always wanted to. And I was like, I've worked my ass off to the point that I was like a senior clinical specialist for like a neuro division in a med device company. I'm like, if I could work that hard at something I didn't even fucking care about.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
easy.
Yeah. I'll work my ass off until it fucking works. But yeah, it's funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm in no rush. Like, I don't need to get on a certain stage.
Yeah.
I just need to be able to crush where I'm at because you get to a point where you're undeniable.
Yeah. I think everyone's goal should be being so good no one can turn you down. It's like,
yes,
all the doors open. Like, it's not about knowing people. I mean, part of it is, unfortunately, but it is about being the funniest one in the room.
Yeah, because as soon as you're that funny, people are going to start saying your name places, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you said, just be like, I think about like musicians that I really like. Like I love Prince. And I'm like, you could hate Prince, but you can't
He's fucking amazing. No matter what, like that person, like separate the art from the artist. No matter what it is, like
undeniable.
Louis C.K. did fucked up stuff. Also funny as hell.
Undeniable. So that's why it's like, that's why you can show back.
I want to be so funny I can show my dick to people and go back on stage. That's what I want.
So wild, right? And I'm just like, as soon as you get to that point, I'm like, yeah, same. That's like my goal. I'm like, just keep working at it until like you get to a point where people are like, fuck.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Or she.
That person is so fucking good, you know?
Yeah.
Who were like your influences?
I love Natasha Leggero. I didn't really watch a lot of stand-up growing. First person I've ever saw do stand-up live was Louis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
it
was
jealous.
ACL Live 2017. And when he came to town, he was boxing at my ex-boyfriend's boxing gym here.
Oh.
Because he just does that, even though he doesn't look like he would box or do anything physical.
Wild.
Yeah, so he had free tickets. We went to go see it. And, like, I'd never really thought about stand-up before.
Really?
And that's kind of, like, what got it ticking. Because I always, like, growing up, I watched SNL. And what sucks is, you know, the more you do comedy, you're like, SNL's not shit. You're like, damn, my childhood dreams destroyed. But, like, at the time, I was still like,
oh, it used to be so great.
Yeah, everything used to be so great. You know, it's like the more you grow up, you just see what it is. It's like, I mean, they've stolen a couple of my friends' sketches and stuff, so it's just like
notorious for doing that lately. It's crazy. And but yeah, that's wild. So you saw a stand-up show and you were like, huh?
Yeah, it got the ball rolling, and then like I started early 2019. I had been dumped, and I was just like, I always been writing jokes and stuff, never got the balls to do it. I was like, well, I'm gonna do everything I said I was gonna do now that I'm a single woman.
You said, I'm gonna eat, pray, love comedy.
Eat, pray, love comedy. That's me. So I did it at the Buzzmill in San Marcos. It was the first open mic I ever did, and I did 2 mics the first night, and then I just kept going.
Damn. Do you still do your first joke?
Absolutely not. Oh my God, no. All my old jokes, I'm just like, wow, this sucked. I look back at my first Kill Tony and I'm just like, God, that sucks.
You're like,
I can't.
That bitch.
I mean, God, I don't do any of my first material. I really, and that's one of the crazy parts about getting better and growing in comedy is you realize you have less and less material gradually. You're like, false confidence. Oh, I can do this song. Then you're like, oh no, I can't even do. I'm like confident in a solid 8 to 10, and then like I've been booked for 15, and I'm like, I'm gonna try it just because I want to try this, but just so you know, it will not be a strong 15. In the middle, I will be doing crowd work, making people uncomfortable for those 5 minutes, and then I'll close.
That's so funny. Oh my God. What was your first joke about?
Oh my God. It was so stupid. It was something about having sex with a guy, and it's like, you came, you saw, you did not conquer. And I'm just like, that's such a dumb, but I'm like,
that's like on one of those like TJ Maxx like type binge like magnets.
It's definitely a kitchen slogan somewhere. For sure.
Oh, that's
so what was your first joke then?
My first joke was about I actually still do it sometimes. It's I did it at Volstead, and that was I thought I was gonna shit myself. I actually have a notebook of what I'll do is I'll keep writing something over and over the same thing so I'll remember it. So I have a whole notebook that's just this joke. It looks so fucking psychotic. I dated a guy, and he was really into true crime, which I think is a huge red flag for guys.
Oh, yeah.
So the joke is about, and it's a true story, about how I was dating this guy who's a former veteran because that's how I like him. We went back to his place. I got in his shower. I got out and his computer was making screaming noises. I'll tell you exactly how I told it the first time. And it wasn't cute screaming noises. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to learn a new trick. It was just like blood curdling screaming noises. Oh my God. Yeah. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, I fell into a YouTube hole. And I was like, oh, dope. And I was like, what'd you get? Because like I always fall into a YouTube hole and it's like raccoons or hamsters because they got little fingers because they're doing something like silly and getting into mischief. And I was like, what'd you get? And he was like, oh, 911 calls where the murderer is who calls 911 on himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm into true crime, and that's not even like,
oh, so, and this is literally like verbatim the joke. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to repeat that. The guy I was dating who's trained in combat said he was relaxing by watching 911 calls where the murderer killed their family and then called 911 on themselves. And the punchline was, I didn't know I knew how to moonwalk until that moment because I like backed out of the room. But it's a true story. Like I dated this guy and he's still really into true crime. And like that was verbatim what he was watching. And what I think is so scary that I've heard now is people like, you hear these stories and they're like, they even killed the family dog. Like they kill like everybody in the house and they shoot the dog. And he goes, they do that so the dog doesn't bark. And I was like, you shouldn't know that.
That's too much.
You shouldn't know that. That shouldn't be a thing that you know. And it was funny because the last time I ever saw him We dated in New York. He moved to Philly right after he graduated Columbia, and I was moving to Texas. And so I went and stayed with him for a little bit. That's when this happened. And then I moved here by myself. Went to go visit him in Florida. That was going to be the first time we were both going to go see each other for the first time. He's going to fly from Philly. I was going to fly from Texas.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, we were going to a wedding. And while he's getting ready for a wedding, or while he was like decompressing, he was watching just videos of people who are in a, what do you call it? Not comatose. Where you can't like speak, or catatonic. Just people that were in catatonic state. And I was like, these shouldn't be the things that interest you on YouTube.
Oh my. I'm thankful I've never been recommended any of those videos.
Wouldn't that freak you the fuck out? It's funny because like a lot of girls watch but yeah, that was my first joke, was about him.
Yeah, I mean, like, true crime, it's a girl thing, okay?
It really is. Just girl things. It's funny because I actually don't watch it because I got so empathetic from working, and I don't know if it's from working in the OR or just getting old or some shit, that like I'm like, this really freaks me out.
Yeah.
This is like a real person, and now it's entertainment to people.
I studied criminal justice for a while. I got my minor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I transferred school, so I didn't actually get my minor, but
you were working.
I had my minor if they would have not been weird.
You're educated.
I'm educated in it, you know. And so I've always been into that stuff, but it's never been something I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to relax and watch, you know. I guess I do relax with Law and Order, but that's rape. That's different. That's relaxing.
That's different. And Stabler is a hot tea.
Oh my God. He's daddy. Okay.
Stabler is so hot, and he gets so mad.
I can only watch true crime if there's hot people in it, you know?
Right? No, it's funny. I think it's like a female thing of like, we like to figure things out.
Yeah. Putting it together.
Yeah. I think it's more of a like, we like to figure this all out, like detective type shit. It's crazy to me that not every detective is a female. Like, I'm like, make every detective.
Women are so good at it. I mean, like,
I think we're supposed to, because like men are more like genetically built to be like able to fight what's going on.
They're the muscle, we're the detective.
Yeah, like, and we're I mean, physically weaker, and if you need to be able to like look around and figure out what the fuck is going on. And it's so funny because I'm like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that more females listen to it, but I'm like, end of the day, I've gotten so old. I'm like, that was someone's daughter.
It is like, my mom is like that. She can't watch superhero movies. She's just like, that was such a bad scene. It was so sad.
My mom couldn't watch Disney movies when I was growing up because like somebody dies at the beginning of the story.
Oh my God. That is weird that Disney does that. They're like, you can live without your parents. And I was like, yeah.
So what
happened to the kid who took it literally and killed off their parents?
Right? So it's like psychologically, I guess what that is that like they try to traumatize the kid at the beginning. And so like then you're immediately like held into the character.
Yeah. So you really care about him.
Which is sick to do
That's
to children.
That's so fucked up for a kid. I mean, great tactic. I'm gonna honestly, I commend it, but like, isn't that a little much?
Yeah, it's like what people do to like manipulate somebody. Like just completely traumatize them and break them down. So you're all that they have. Like,
oh my God.
Also, I'm like, take notes.
I need to figure out how to do that. Disney taught me how to keep a man.
How to manipulate a man into staying.
Manipulate a man into love.
I mean, I don't know how to do it to a guy, but I'm like, I've seen it happen a million times to women. How like, have you ever met like either it happens to you or one of your friends, like a guy like love bombs you?
Oh yeah.
For first like 3 weeks.
My friends.
And then like they pull back a lot, and then your friend is like, well, why isn't he acting like this anymore? He used to be so in love with me and he was so perfect and he did all these nice things. And then they think like if they act different, they'll get that old guy back. And I'm like, that guy was never real.
Yeah. Like he never existed.
Yeah.
He didn't care about you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he's just doing it so you want him more.
And I'm like, well, now how do I do it to a guy? Because I'm like, I have no idea how to turn that around.
I feel like a lot of men, they're not used to confident women.
Yeah.
And so I will say I like have this newfound confidence within the past year that like for some reason, whenever I just don't talk to a guy, they're like, how can I get you to talk to me now?
They love the chase. Holy shit.
Oh my God. Like I used to be the one who loved the chase, and now I'm just like,
you're like, I
you're
got shit
too
to
boring.
do.
You're too boring. I went on a date with a guy and I was talking to him and you know, he was genuinely just one of the most boring people I've ever met in my life.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I'm having fun because all I'm doing is talking about me. So I'm going to stay for this date.
You're like, I'm having a great time.
It's my favorite subject. But after, I'm not going to talk to you again because you have nothing interesting to offer.
No, it's strange. I like people that are a little bit fucked up or they got a passion about anything. I don't care if you're super into robots. I don't give a fuck if you're like really into building furniture. If you're like all into it, I'm like, tell me all about it.
I just like an interesting person.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be so, you know, like I was a dumb sorority girl very briefly, but like I was like, I just need a guy who's 6 foot up, you know? And now it's like, I'm just like, no, I just need someone who can, one, call me out on my bullshit. Because I can't date a simp. I went out with this bartender from a comedy club and he was way too in love with me immediately.
And you're like, fuck.
I was like, oh God, if I'm staying this, I will take advantage of you. I was like, I'm like, you are letting me get away with saying so much.
You're like, damn, bro.
I'm like, I know this is not going to last.
So you should love yourself more, bro. So funny.
Like, I gotta leave.
Yeah, no, it's such a shitty time for dating right now. It's so horrible.
I'm just like gonna wait till my 30s to settle down. Though my
girl, I'm here and it's still shitty.
Like, oh my God. I have no hope.
Yeah, it's rough.
I like want a guy who's excited about what I do, but also like, because I realize my ex and I are kind of friends now.
Yep.
He's never really seen me do comedy or anything.
Really?
Yeah. But we just recently became friends again. I let him come over. We were hanging out and I was like, well, I'm going to Creek tonight.
Yeah.
I have a spot, but you know, like you don't have to come, but you're welcome to if you would like. And it's cool because like I took the guy I was seeing and he was just like, you know, not really like interested. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But like, this is cool for me. I'm getting to hang out with like, these bigger comics that come in town, you know, and stuff. And it's like, for me, this is cool and it's exciting. And it's like, I get that you're not super into it, but like, it was cool seeing my ex being excited about it because it's also kind of a fuck you to him. I'm like,
yeah, you're like, look, I'm doing something.
I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, teaching children baseball. That's fun.
Fun for you. You're like, who do you look up to in teaching children baseball? Like, who are your influences?
Who is the best baseball coach of all time?
Yeah, it's tough because it's so nice to have something that you're passionate about. That,
yeah.
Like, and it's like in comedy, you're like, oh, and we can go hang out and you meet all these people and like they all have different styles and these different like, you know, things to talk about. And like, it's so cool. I'm like, I get to see your personality when you get on the stage. Like it's so fucking
you get
cool.
A glimpse into everyone. And it's like, especially like with people who have been doing it for years. I mean, I love watching people who like get a tour and stuff, like Steph Tolov. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She just she's one of the newest regulars at the Comedy Store.
That's so dope.
And I got to see her when she was in town and she was just hilarious. And it's just like getting to meet all these really funny people who've been doing it for like a decade up.
Yep. And then it's so like inspirational and it's just like you're like, damn, it feels like you're taking a college class.
It's so sick. It's like just meeting all these artists and like just.
And it's funny because I didn't know. So like I had watched comedy since I was like literally 5 years old. I would always watch it was called Premium Blend. It was on after school when I was like growing up. I went to go see Jim Brewer was my first stand-up show. And it was like he was out of college. And it was so wild. I was just always really into it. But I didn't know that like anybody could just get up and like go to an open mic. I had no fucking idea that that's how it worked and that like you just kind of make your own career. Yeah. I thought it was just like somebody like you have to go to an agent or like something and it was like very reserved or like somebody finds you from a talent agency or something. I had no idea how it worked. And then as soon as I found that out, I was like, oh shit. And then like how it is in Austin. Like,
and then you go to an open mic and you're like, oh really? Anyone can do this.
You're like, oh yeah. Anybody can do it. And it's so wild. Like when you are around, you're like, oh, you're somebody who's like killing it right now. And this is your profession. And like, we're in the same room. And you're like, that's so fucking
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's tough. Like we were saying, like with the fucking dating thing. Cause it's just, you need somebody that you're like, you got to be working on something.
You have to have your own passions. I mean, like, it's cool if you're passionate about brunch, but that's not something I'm going to keep. Like,
there's so many people living that it somewhat scares me that they're like, okay, I go to my 9-to-5 job where I make money for somebody else. It's not even like an idea of a passion I had. Like, I'm like at the ground floor or mid-level, like moving my way up to maybe like, sometimes mostly people aren't like, maybe I'll work my way up to VP. Like, nobody even thinks like that. They're like, oh, I just go, I punch in, do my stuff for them. No, like, whatever, pays the bills. And then they go home and they watch like whatever's trending on fucking Netflix, and they go to bed or get in their Peloton.
I cannot. It's torture.
That. And I'm
Groundhog Day.
It sounds like you're already dead to me.
Yeah.
Like, it scares the fuck out of me because I'm like, if that was life, like, I've talked about this with friends before, that I'm like, if somebody told me like you could have like so many millions of dollars, but you never get to do stand up again, I'd be like, absolutely no, thank you.
Yeah,
no, thank you. Like,
because there's nothing more exciting than like getting off stage and like doing good, like it just like doing so great. I don't want to say killing, but you know, like just like doing stand up, people laughing because you're like bringing joy to them, but it's also just like it feeds my ego a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny because like I was saying with empathy, I'm so fucking bad with it. Like I had a 3-legged dog before. I think that like sums it up. You know, like I adopted a 9-year-old 3-legged dog. Oh. Yeah, that's where I'm at with empathy. But no, it used to be, you know, I worked my way up for doing like the neurosurgery thing, where I was the person where like their kids going to surgery, like, and they're getting like a pump, and like it's like, we would put these pumps, it's called baclofen, and it's like an antispasmodic. So if like a kid has like spasms, and you see kids that like from 6 years old, they've had this like horrible disease, and then they get scoliosis and they're like this, and that's like so sad. You're working like in a surgery that's like 9 hours long because they're gonna like rods put in and stuff. And I was always like, I like this job because I know how horrible it is to have a family member in the hospital. Yeah. That's one of those things in life where like time stops and you're like, nothing matters. Like it hits you that you're like, nothing fucking matters except for like if everybody I love is healthy. And I was like, I want to be the person in the room that like makes the family laugh. And I want to like, because I was always the person that would go in and like talk about like the pump and like how we're going to like what we're going to do with the pump. And then like afterwards, like I'm talking to the family about what happened in the ER. So I was like, I like being that person because I'm so empathetic that like, I'm like, I want to make you laugh and I want to make you comfortable. But on the other hand, it drained me so much.
I can imagine.
Oh my God. When I saw like a poor, like you see like a 7-year-old and you're like, they're going to have this surgery every 7 years.
That's heartbreaking.
You see older people that like their parents are in their 70s and like their kid got in a bad motorcycle accident. So like their kid's in their 40s and like they're like somewhat like so damaged that they can't speak. And you're like always that person to like talk to them. But I was like, I can't even talk to anybody now for like 3 days. Like I have to shut my phone off because I'm so drained. So the polar opposite of that is like doing comedy and hearing somebody laugh. Then I'm like, oh, this makes me happy to see other people happy. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to stick with this. Like, I'm going to do that.
It's just like so nice to be able to like, especially like sometimes you talk about things and it's like no one else is talking about it for some reason. And someone else, it resonates with someone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice. It's like, oh, you see me too.
My favorite thing after you're like, oh, that was relatable. And my favorite thing is just if you see a stranger and they tell you were funny.
It's so nice.
Oh my God. I tell them like, they're like, I don't want to be weird, but, and I'm like, you're not. I'm like, if we could record that.
Can we just keep this on a loop actually? Right. Do you want to reenact that moment?
Oh my God. Or somebody has to take a picture with you.
Dude, that's my favorite. There was some guy who came in town. He went to the Kill Tony, but like he saw me at the Christmas party the night before and he was just like, hey, I'm a huge fan. Could I take a photo with you? I was like,
I love that.
I was like, yes, of course. And like, it wasn't like, you know, the normal creepy guy, but it was like, it was this nice guy. He like, he like patted me on my shoulder and I was like, he's being respectful of my body like too. Open hand. I'm just like, oh my God, that's like the best feeling.
So funny. Yeah, it's the best. Like I'm such a psycho. I listen to like binaural beats before I go to bed and I listen to like meditation tapes. And it was
meditation.
So great. Yeah. It's life game changer. And it's so funny because I was listening to one and it was like, I love my life, or like I'm like so like happy with where I'm at and stuff like that. And I was like, I literally like am I was like, I literally was so happy. I'm like, what's cooler than like this lifestyle?
Yeah.
Like you're around all these funny people. You get to hang, you get to meet people. Like it makes the world smaller.
It does.
You go to different cities and you're like, oh, you're doing the same thing I am. So I immediately like have a connection with you.
Yeah. It's like cool because like you'll go to another city and you'll meet someone there who knows one of your friends or something. And it's just like,
yeah, it's so cool.
It's nice.
I hate using the word like tribe or anything like that, but it's like, you're like, oh, these are my people.
Yeah.
You're like, even like if you're like from a completely different part of the country, you've grown up in a completely different way. You're like, oh, you're my fucking people.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore it. It's been so fun.
I love how we got from talking about Scarface Man to this. Scarface Man, a guy coming too fast.
People are like, are they both bipolar? Like,
absolutely. Is there anything else you want to plug?
No, I'd say the biggest thing right now is shelter. So my Instagram is at eggs and hot sauce. Eggs, the letter N, hot sauce. But it's going to be big laughs on January 1st. I don't know if this is going to be up before then.
It will, I believe.
Cool. So that'll be dope. Yeah, just follow me and then you'll see when I'm going to be producing back in Austin and in New York. And always hit me up. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have all her stuff linked below. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, thank you for doing it. I appreciate it so much.
Alrighty.
Yeah, well, bye.